All right.
We crashed once again.
Podcast from
Gina
Hell
Rage
is
quit.
now revived.
Take 5.
Take 37.
Gina Rage quit.
Gina Rage quit, but we'll be back.
Alright. I think we've discussed the clan avatar enough.
Yeah, Fizzling Summer. Nobody cares, Jagex. Stop RWTing next.
Nope. Done. Alright, moving on.
Next, side updates.
Nope. Suck that stuff.
Side updates.
Bug abusers banned. Awesome.
Good job.
Keep doing
They are.
Bas-
They did.
it. Good. Keep doing it. High profile
Yeah.
account. Keep doing it.
Buying
They are
gigs.
doing it right. I want Optimus now. Next.
Basically, the past few weeks, Jagex has actually been doing something.
Banning things.
Yeah.
Even though it's minor to what they said they actually were going to do by now.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome
look,
back.
Gina unrage quit.
Fizzling Summer is interesting but annoying at the same time.
It's because
I
they
like-
shove
already
it
went
in your
over
face
that.
every 3 seconds.
Sizzling Summer is just a promotional feature,
I like
which...
the new
Stuff.
customization,
Just-
but I hate the fact that they're giving us 1 million straight XP.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
if it
one
was like
level-
if it was like the Mad May necklace where you actually had a skill to get it, then I would accept that, to be honest.
They should be doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that bothers me about that. It's how it
But
is.
1 million XP, but still, that's really ridiculous for a new account. If they just got membership at the start of August,
Instant level 70.
Level
Still by the end of-
73.
73, yeah.
No, it's 74.
Is
Is
this
it-
1.1 mil?
Oh, it's 1.1, then it's 74, yeah.
But 1.083, but yeah.
Oh,
Whatever.
say
But yeah, in the combat beta, if you got all that and you put it into a combat stat, then you would be an instant level. What is it? 77.
I think so, yeah. Because
oh.
74 plus 1 plus 1. Yeah.
No,
it's
plus 2.
Plus 1 plus 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit crazy.
Now back to the site updates with all the people
So
being
yeah, they
banned.
banned a bunch of bots spotting clans, which was really weird. The
High
people
level
that
players who abused GP bug where you could basically
Finally.
duplicate money through multiple areas.
Crucible and Duel Arena,
My
And they
favorite part
banned a
about
bunch
that.
of places that were selling gold, and then a bunch of high score bots.
Jagex did something.
Why?
My
Yeah,
favorite
it's-
part about like the duplication glitch is that they posted all of their names and basically said, "These people are noobs."
Yeah.
And
I don't think they were going to use the word noobs. I think they were going to use the word fucktard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they
Yeah.
and then they like spam them.
absolute retards.
Yeah. That was pretty beautiful.
Cheating
Hammer
real
Vic-
world treat.
Like a long time ago they did this once again, but they didn't put the names, they just put how long they played
Yeah.
or whatever. And there's like
This
one person
cheating
with a
scum band.
yeah.
Yeah. Cheating scum ban. Okay, so past the ban, they updated fish flingers so beautifully.
Wait, go back to the ban
Wait,
thing
what?
because
Oh, more banning?
in the ban
More
thing.
banning.
In the ban thing, they mentioned that they are going to bring back the free play high scores.
Yes,
Ooh.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
Spam,
that.
hammer, spam.
I'm pretty sure free players are like silently cheering.
And
All
I'm sure.
3 of them.
And
I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna see any form rage about that.
with the
Oh,
return, they say they are going to remove. With the return, this is that all the gold farmers are going to be removed from it. But I honestly doubt that they're going to get rid of every single person that bought it or whatever.
But I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna basically free players are able to get back in by logging in and gaining XP. So like once you've proved that you've logged in and gained XP after they've done their next bot nuke, you can see who's not a bot.
True, that is an idea.
Well, how much time after the bot knew?
Probably the day after.
Well,
Like, if it's like, oh,
And it's gonna be
3
the
months
next
later.
Tuesday because Jagex
Yeah.
doesn't.
Well, I'm pretty sure Evolution of Combat's gonna do a lot of just break bots in general.
Yeah, because they're reworking the entire coding for almost everything. And
Interface.
that's what it
All
took.
those bots that are wearing granite plate bodies are all going to die.
I feel like they should remove I feel that they should remove the granite plate body item for a day, and anybody's like they warn you in a news post, so anybody still wearing it is like totally banned.
What?
Well,
I
I
don't
doubt
think
they
that
would
would
do
work, but okay.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. But I had a blue dragon slayer chest and forgot about that there were blue dragons in Kuridos. I went to the resource dungeon and almost cried myself to death.
Yeah, there are like 50,000 down there.
Yeah. And the funny part about them is they use up their food so fast because every time they even take like 2 damage, they eat.
Well, they're using trout and salmon.
Yeah, they're using trout too.
What?
Bots are such savers.
Yeah.
Then you go to the wilderness and the green dragon areas, and
Yeah,
like
they're eating.
some of
Oh,
them
people
have
was
mechanic like some of them,
kicked.
not all of them, have mechanics where if you attack one, they'll all try to pile you.
Yeah. Well, the funniest part about the bots is they're apparently bot protector bots that come in
Yeah.
and attack people that are
That's what I was
attacking the
talking
bot.
about.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I've seen some of those.
Yeah, I remember last
They're not
podcast I talked about how I lost full elite void.
Yeah.
Little pot.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the
Because-
bot protectors aren't very strong. You're just not expecting.
Yeah,
Well,
I-
let's see. We should move on from this topic because we all
and plus
get.
there
Okay.
were mage noobs.
Like-
It wasn't fair.
Okay, let's hit on fish flingers because I was so excited about this.
Go fish.
First.
fingers.
They fixed the fish flingers XP bug. So now, at level 85, I can gain proper fishing XP. Rather than like 12k.
Well, I've only done fish fingers once, and that was just to get the music track.
Nope.
I do it daily because it is great fishing XP.
I like the music there.
And then the big fish was really interesting. Basically, they did like a giant patch notes for the fixes that they'd done the week before. And it was pretty great.
Yeah, if you click the spoiler thing, have their list every single thing.
Yeah.
Seems I really want
I mean,
to
like,
fish for
you can now store urns in your tackle box, which makes it worth taking your tackle box along.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was really happy about that.
You see, this is what they should have done in June when they were
Yeah.
revamping fish flingers.
And then they fixed the XP glitch in there. They changed some medals around.
It was basically like the second rework, but it was a side update in the patch notes.
But it was really well done.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can claim more than one fisherman's outfit, so if you're storing it in your bank, you can save that spot.
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
It was pretty nice. And then the Queen Black Dragon also got some changes that week too, which was helpful.
It wasn't the same week. It was a little later, but
It was,
yeah.
yeah, it was next week, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
And they mentioned to the players that were handy in that, but charms are in there. Unfortunately, they nerfed mature grotworms.
Yeah, they changed around some of the drops.
Horrid drops now, but the bots are still there. I had a grotworm task yesterday.
Yeah. You
Ended up
bought-
rage quit. And
Well,
yeah,
they only removed like 2 high expensive drops from them and kept almost everything else.
I ended up rage quitting on the mature grotworms and just went up and quickly took out the weak ones for the Slayer task because I was tired of bots.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did they do? The Tortured Souls don't wander off. There's a 10-second cooldown on normal Dragonfire, 30-second cooldown on Siphon Life. Shadow attacks and summoning a Tortured Souls can only happen every 10 seconds or less, or more. The Grotworms now have a larger click area. Tortured Souls have been reduced, and Siphon Life no longer fills up your screen. So basically, she's a lot easier to work with.
Well,
Can you
I
stop
suppose that was in
firing at the same
anticipation
time?
of the EOC.
Yeah, because apparently she works really, really well in Evolution of Combat compared to Flat Game. So it almost feels like she was designed more for the Evolution
She
of
very
Combat.
well might have been.
That's what it was.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's what the plan was, I think. Because the same thing as with the Calphite King.
yeah.
It's basically was intentionally going to be made for the beta or the rework. That is. That's why it hasn't came out yet.
I guess that's somehow meaningful because the KBD and the Calphite Queen were amongst the first bosses in RuneScape.
Yeah. So now they're the first ones for the evolution.
Personally,
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why she was level 2,100. Is because
Yeah.
they're just going to change the combat level 2 weeks later.
Yeah. I still need to get that Queen Black Dragon track by surviving into the second wave, though.
You actually just need to switch your audio sounds or something when you get in there.
Yeah, or something like that.
Wait, you need to what?
You
Yes,
can
sir.
change your sounds to mono and stereo, and it just gets you both tracks.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I cheated and did that.
I'll have to go back in there and get that later today then.
Oh, but you have to have your sounds on though.
Your summons on?
Sound.
Your sounds.
Sounds on. Okay. I had my sounds on when I went in there anyway. Okay, I'll do that because I want that track and I'm really bad at PVM.
Oh, speaking
All right.
of that,
So,
Next
should we talk
topic.
about
Hold
cabbage
on.
or skip over
Robo's
it?
saying something.
yeah, it's just one small thing, but I actually liked how they forced you to turn on your sounds to get the soundtrack. Because I know
Yeah.
someone who
Yeah.
didn't have the soundtrack, despite counting it like 20 times, is like, why can't I get the song?
Yeah, that was smart of them.
They should do that like more often with things.
Yeah, like with song from the depths and One Piercing Note were like the two greatest sound designs ever. I
Yeah.
was so impressed with those, so I'm glad they've been adding that. But I wasn't really all that impressed with Carnelian Rising's sounds.
I was
The voice acting was okay.
yeah, I was okay with that.
Carnelian Rising,
Like-
I was okay with it,
I
but it wasn't the best. It was still good though. Better
like
than
the
Yeah,
Bunch
One
wish-
Piercing Note just set the bar so high, really hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with One Piercing Note. They actually got real bands or whatever
Yeah.
and everything for it.
admittedly, my favorite song they've recorded though is from a song from the depths with that Wembling Through the
Wending
Willows.
through the willows, yeah.
That one was just yeah, that one was just really.
Can't sing.
Please
All right.
no.
That wasn't
And
me.
before Ruben
Alright,
gets his
um,
flute out.
Should we move on to talk about
Oh God.
cabbage?
It's already out.
No.
Okay,
No.
shall we get on the cap?
Put it away.
Alright, anyways.
God.
Hey with
Cabbage,
you.
go.
Cabbage topic.
Well,
Uh,
there's
cabbage.
been a lot of
Those are-
additions to the
wait,
Solomon and
It's
General
a
Store.
What?
Cabbage topic is what we call the.
There's been a lot of additions to the Solomon General Store with
Yeah.
lots of skins, animations.
Okay, I think I'll just
And
step out because I'm
other
gonna start
crap.
raging.
Yeah.
Bye.
In a bit.
All right.
Gina.
Gina Rage quit
I'll
again.
say when it's over.
Okay, so we started off with the beachwear outfit, which I own. Thank you. It's awesome. The kicksand emote, which is also pretty entertaining. Sunglass monocle, which I thought was pretty pointless. The beach parasol 2H, which was pretty funny, and the Gnome's airline copter teleport.
Which is annoying.
Well, all of
Which is
those
annoying.
teleports are obnoxious.
Basically, out of all of those, the only good ones were the beach parasol, the kicksand, and the beachwear outfit.
I have to agree with that.
Next on the list is a summer party
Then
time,
we got
which
the
were additions to the Squeal of Fortune.
yeah.
Basically, a beach ball, water balloons, the cotton
random
candy
fruit that were-
floss,
Yeah, which I didn't like.
random stuff.
And
then
the
the
shark
shark-
fizz. That scared me.
Those are interesting, but I don't like the way the Squeal of Fortune works. If I'm supposed to pay real world money to get something, I want to guarantee to get it.
They just don't want to enrage the players with microtransactions, even though they already are.
Well, I'm okay with
I am
Solomon's to be
too.
honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And then we got the 10 epic new shield and weapon skins. That was
Eh.
pretty good overall, actually. They're all pretty good looking.
They are good looking. Yeah,
Uh,
I'll agree with that.
The one I really like is the Shipwrecker Trident. Combining it with the combination of the swimmer outfit basically makes me look like a mermaid, which is totally awesome.
Hang on, I got AFK for a second.
And then
Alright.
all the flame ones are just really good looking.
Yeah.
In my opinion, though, like with the Solomon store and everything, instead of making a whole different thing called the Solomon store, like and buying it, another
Yeah.
option of what they could have done is add to the loyalty store, but instead of waiting so much months to get it, you actually have like do certain things around RuneScape and you can get points to spend through that store. That would have been more interesting than
Now,
Alright, I'm
what
back.
I would liked, what I would have liked is for all of that to have been added to the loyalty store, but you have the option of purchasing it with real life money.
That,
Because if-
I would
if
agree
they're
with that
so
also.
If they're so insistent on making microtransactions for cosmetic skins, at least give people the opportunity that can't spend money on it to get them using stuff like loyalty, but make it reasonably expensive, like the 8K werewolf
Give
elf
me
costumes.
wings.
Yeah.
I do love my wings. What is the date today? 26th? 2 days, and I
2
have my
days
tier
till
4
I have
wings.
my tier 4
Yeah,
wings as well.
Yeah, same here.
I'm so happy.
I have all the loyalty emotes.
You're
I'm
adorable.
actually kind of
Why?
upset because if I hadn't bothered, if I had not bothered to purchase the Shakespeare, whatever the heck it is, theatrical outfit, I would have my tier 4 wings by now.
That'll teach you.
So I'm kind of sad.
I
Yeah,
wonder how many loyalty points I have because I haven't checked it in like a year.
Oh jeez. Probably got like 115k then.
And I'm gonna be like, yes.
Okay, let's see what else did they add.
Skillful.
Then they added the double cash this week on the Squeal of Fortune, which was possibly the worst thing they could have done to Squeal.
I didn't even notice it.
Good.
Basically,
it's
instead of
double
getting
cap
1K, you
or
get
the-
2K instead of 5K, 10K, and etc.
It's
All the way to
less of the
200 mil
double
before the bill.
Yeah, I've paid no attention to that.
It's less of the double money that I'm angry about, more of the you can now turn in any item for cash, which basically turns it into a random gold buy.
Wait, no,
To convert
basically,
to coin.
now it's either XP or gold. Your choice when you buy spins. It's random.
I
really-
actually kind of like the convert to coins things because then the members' objects aren't completely useless for the free to play.
True.
That's true.
But, like,
I just like
What?
new titles though.
Said I thought the members objects of free to play you couldn't do that.
I think you can convert.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
never-
heard that, so you actually can't. They just.
Stupid.
Oh,
That's
That's
and I'm
so
totally against it.
I am happy with the 6 titles that got added. The title was pretty funny. Junior, Mr. and Mrs., and then Master and Miss, Esquire and Miss, and Doctor.
They
I'm happy.
still don't have the captain
Too
captain title.
I'm still waiting for the Devourer title. Come on.
Yeah.
I've been begging for that for like a year now.
I'm
Um,
even if it does.
I'm not very happy with Skillfu. Just
It
yeah.
just seems kind of
Well,
silly to me.
It looks
Yeah.
cool and everything. It's just
Not really.
random to me. It does,
Well, that's
but
because you're
yeah.
a noob.
it's just
I-
random out of the. I am not.
I
went
picked
with
up
the
the
headbutt mining thing because of
I
Thok.
picked up the I picked up the Chi Blast mining simply because I had some spare rune points.
I'd rather
I think
save
I'm
my rune
headbutt.
points for when I'm going to use them later. But that's just me.
Yeah. I just figured I'd pick them up anyway because I need to mine eventually, so why not look funny while doing it?
This market says the Eastern land somehow equals a land of real world trading.
It
Yeah.
is
It's
kinda
kind of
true.
is.
It's like an excuse for all their RWT stuff. Hey, here's this fancy foreign item. Eastern lands!
Yeah, they're just kind of making everything based on that just just as an excuse.
2 years they
Now I'm
release it.
scared to see what it's actually going to be.
Yeah.
Like, go there and it's just going to be a bunch of like Asian people and you're going to have to purchase access to it.
It's China.
Yeah,
Everything comes from China.
yeah, really.
Anyway.
And then finally
Feel
in
bad right now.
Why do you
Summer
feel bad?
No,
which they just
never
put it on
mind.
Friday. I hate the summer party. Just,
It seems silly. I mean,
I hate it.
why?
Not only are they
it's-
all bad, but combined with the fact that they all become instantly cosmetic as soon as 2013 hits, is really bad. Because the 2 rings, those are kind of useful. The +2 stats is pretty nice, but then as soon as 2013 hits, nope, no stats. The barbecue's okay with the 10% XP boost, but I just don't like it. And the hat doesn't look very good.
Yeah, at least you can pick up the barbecue again.
Yeah. So in general, I'm not especially happy with that.
What they did is
Plus, it's
just,
real. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's another way. Oh, hey, people aren't buying these items. We're gonna give these items here an advantage and whatever for them to buy. So they might buy them now or something
I
silly
mean,
like that.
in general, I like Solomon's a lot more.
Well, I think it's not. I think it's
Solid
no
option.
contest for me. I fucking hate Squeal, but I'm I'm very content with Solomon's. I'm a sucker for cosmetics in every game that I've ever played ever.
It's basically League of Legends skins in Minecraft. Or Minecraft.
No.
In Rune.
Anyways.
I mean, basically, I compare the Assassin's gear to Pulse Fire Ezreal,
Yeah.
which is completely true.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's enough cabbage for now.
Gina, you can come back now.
Well, finally,
We're moving on.
to go a month without ever updating Squeal or Solid. Just 1 month.
I will applaud them if they do.
Yeah, if they can pull that off, I will kind
Hey,
of like.
I have unrage quit for the second time.
Okay.
Gina Bear has returned to the dungeon.
Combat beta.
Combat beta.
Combat beta.
That 9-9 dungeon.
I have not logged on it since the Barrows event.
I love.
I just had I waited for about 2 seconds yesterday to see how my 120 game looked.
I'm really.
For those who do not know, Gina got
Yeah,
120 dungeoneering
congratulations.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yay.
And yet she's still dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Yep. Because dungeon is fun.
Sometimes.
120 is only the beginning.
I mean, beta's just getting better and better and better, and I'm really, really happy with it.
She's going for 121 so she can unlock floor 61.
I have like 122 now, I think.
Yeah, it's one thing.
XP.
Anyways, what was the next topic?
I have not read much into the combat beta as far as updates and changes they've made to it, so I'm
I've
expecting
actually
someone else.
done a bunch of new testing on the combat beta with gear that I might actually be able to afford, even though I still need to raise 30 mil.
Use it every
And for me, 30 mil is like 1 year.
The only thing that I do know about the combat beta at this point is, the new changes is that they finally changed freaking dungeoneering mage stuff. So
Oh my
a
God.
staff gives you
Yeah.
unlimited, what is it, airs and elemental runes?
Yes.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, so would you guys like me to just rattle off
Yes.
kind of what I know
Go.
about it?
Yeah, sure.
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 Okay, so basically, they added Momentum, which is a new Constitution Ultimate ability, which is like the greatest thing ever. Basically, for 10 minutes after using
Oh
it,
yeah.
if you don't use any other abilities, your auto attacks are boosted to like 1,000 per hit, which basically allows you to AFK Slayer again, which is great.
Yay!
They opened up all quests in Dominion Tower, which is great except for two very entertaining bugs, both of which are involved in the Nomad's Requiem quest. Both Nomad and the Elemental, or whatever the heck it is.
Oh, the Avatar.
Avatar, yeah. They forgot to set their values up to the new hits. So Nomad goes into Berserker mode at about 15% lost health.
Oh, God.
Wait, 15%
Really
lost
funny.
health?
And the
That's what I know.
15%
Yeah,
lost health. He heals at about 5% lost health.
Yeah.
So he's
I
becomes
noticed that. I was like, did they
really.
forget to make him hit?
And the Avatar does the same. It goes at like 5, 10, 15, and 20% health, which is so easy to take off. Also, Do No Evil and Nomad's Requiem is messed up in that you can't complete it. You can't even do your Chalk Ice runs anymore because you can't cast spells on things anymore.
Oh, man.
Really?
Oh my
That
god.
sucks.
So you can't cast the ice spells on the Chalk Ice, and you can't cast the Fire Blast on the Exploding Barrels.
Aw.
So they're definitely going to be fixing that as they've noticed it and addressed it, but it's still pretty funny.
Well, I was gonna say
I
attach
noticed that.
explosive barrels.
Yeah.
Good fight video
that
makers who
Nomad-
want to turn around.
Yep. Otherwise, Dominion Tower is really good. I've been messing around with it. It's really good, but it's really easy.
Yeah.
I brought like half an inventory of brew flasks and restore flasks,
Have
and
they
haven't had to
fixed,
use one yet.
brews in the beta? Like, have they made them actually worth anything at all?
Well, they don't remove adrenaline when you drink them.
Does fish remove adrenaline?
All other food takes a chunk of about 5% of your adrenaline per eat, but
Oh.
That's nothing.
also brew flasks do heal more than Rocktail per inventory slot, but only the flasks.
That's not worth it then. Even then.
It's worth it to me to save adrenaline, at least in PvP, but for PvE, it's not really that big of a deal.
Rocktails are gonna
crash
skyrocket.
hardcore.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
They've
they
already crashed
have.
hardcore.
I just haven't been on much.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
They've
also one other thing I noticed.
also ability book was updated finally.
Is it
And
easier
Oh,
to
yeah.
navigate?
Easier to navigate.
Wonderful.
They still
I have
need to
not
fix
checked
the
that out yet.
dungeoneering spells.
I've not checked that out yet. I'm
They
going
still
to
need to
it,
fix
probably.
the dungeoneering spells and that.
They need to fix.
Like they just.
I'm
need to
really
put
happy.
people
Robo,
back
speak
on
up.
the- So on the dungeoneering spellbook, they still need to fix the icons. Like they have the make gatestone spell right next to group gate tally. So if you try to make your gatestone and tally to it, you tally to the
Oh,
group
yeah.
gatestone instead. It's
That's
just kind of
not-
It's really
Those gate stones are like the most important thing ever.
yeah.
What even is a gate stone?
but the Barrows beta event was kind of funny because now that each of the brothers have a weakness, if you bring along all the gear needed and each of their weaknesses, you can kill each of them in about 5 hits and not take a single one damage.
Yeah.
And Barbarian Assault, I did test that out and it looks pretty good. The way they changed it to be abilities, specifically in Barbarian Assault, instead of changing your attack style, was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that. Barbarian Assault just runs like a dream.
Even though
So-
you still can never
mean-
find a defender.
Fine with the fact that you don't need to be changing your interfaces. You don't have to swap back and forth to change your attack style now. Is a lot more convenient, so you can keep your inventory open, and so that you can be calling on your penance one.
Okay, help me.
Do
I'm
I
pretty
hear
happy
Mo?
with that.
I hear
Your
Mo.
mic.
I hear a Mo.
Okay, good.
I think Tuna muted her mic.
Yep.
For those who do not know,
So
Okay, that's over.
shall we do next?
No. Do
Nope,
not
it's
want
not
what I
over.
want.
Oh no! Please,
for those who do not, yeah.
please.
For those who do not know, Mo is our clan pet, and he likes to spam
Just
basically.
like the real Mo.
He's our own personal spam bot. Ugh.
Yeah. He spammed like
He
1,000
broke
lines.
Skype.
He broke Skype, actually.
Yeah, it's permanently broken for me because I get delays all the time now. It's insane.
Yeah, we don't want Mo.
Nobody
Evil
wants to be a
demons.
Mo.
Oh god!
Demons. From hell.
Oh no! There's a Mo. Please.
I don't hate Mo.
I'm tempted to rage quit, but I just remembered I'm the host of the call. It's like, wait, nope.
Let's pretend Mo. This. Let's pretend there's no Mo on community.
The Mo is a lie.
So
Anyway.
Yeah, well, but this is the wait. This is the podcast from
true.
hell. So,
If
Yeah.
anybody's actually still listening
boy.
to this, you are
All right,
a
what-
trooper.
so yeah, that's enough reason to have a mo in it.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh god.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mo.
Oh shoot.
Okay, what's our next topic?
All right.
Anyway.
Should we move on?
Yes.
Yes.
community section. Not really much to
No,
discuss
no,
other than
to World
stop
67.
Facebook, enter your account
When
name,
were we
and
gonna
toss
get to the
lifetime
desert?
membership.
No, really.
Fair enough.
The Win Lifetime membership thing
Fair
to Facebook was related to Facebook, so I have absolutely no idea why they did that besides to get more likes on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty like the Monday.
Does
So
not.
is that it for community?
The contest closes tomorrow.
Oh, it does?
Let's see.
Community Roundup.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm opening
That
the
is-
news so I can take a look at it.
Wow, that was.
Community Roundup is basically a series of events hosted by Jagex or fan sites or other random
Yeah.
famous people.
So
whatever.
basically, there was a Slayer co-op competition, a creative writing competition that I might enter because I want the new book. More combat beta stuff, mention of the D&D, some stuff from RuneShark, and that's about it.
And yeah, if you're interested, just go to the homepage and find it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, though.
You're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own.
The average length of time a post is on the front page would be probably
Because of
3 days, probably. Unless
real
Just to be nice,
Wow.
we should put the link in the description.
Ah.
There.
like the
Oh, well, I
August,
missed
the August BTS is on the top of the page 6 of the thing. That's pretty pathetic, in my opinion.
Okay.
Page
And
6?
we're down
Yeah, page 6
to our
of the
future
news.
updates
Wow.
I guess
now.
we get
Yeah.
Down to our future
Oh, wait. Before we go to our future updates, then first let's get a quick rating of the month.
Yes.
Oh,
6.
this is gonna be pretty bad. I'm gonna give it a 3, 4 around there. I'm not gonna give it a 6.
Say like
like
4-ish.
You know why?
I
I
giving them a
remember what's in the
I'm
month.
gonna give it a
Oh, pretty
4.5.
good. Clan Avatar is pretty useful, and the Hunter D&D looks great, but I'm giving them a 6 because of all the great stuff they've done to the evolution.
fair enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I'm gonna
I'm-
go with a 6, mainly
Well,
because
up
of
to
the Penguin
the main-
Quest and the evolution of
Wait.
combat and
Well,
yada yada
okay.
yada.
The Penguin
But,
Quest was good, and the Clan Avatar was good for me, but everything else in this month just brought it down because
I'm
I haven't
confused.
tried out the
Yeah.
beta.
Rating the month.
here.
Or rating
Yeah.
the month.
Yeah, I think I could agree with what everyone's saying here.
I'm saying
All
like
right, Mudkip says
4.75.
So our range is 4 to
Mudkip
6.
says 1337 out of 9001.
Yeah, that's about right.
Best
What?
rating ever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
BRB.
calculate that.
Oh god.
All right.
That's
just
just
under
probably
20%.
maybe 12%.
It's
3
15%.
3 parentheses. Elite over 9,000.
Mhm.
All right.
Works. Anyway, the future.
Okay. So first is the giant chins, or the big chinchompas.
Which will be coming out
So
next
that
week.
BTS video, yep, on Tuesday, 2 days.
Isn't the big Chinchampa cute?
I'm not really sure what there is to it though.
It's
What do we
glowing.
have to do?
Well, here's what basically happens. You're training Hunter normally, and
Yeah.
you can either go to the gnome, it's just like the evil tree where instead of going to the
Yeah.
evil tree in the gnome village, you can go to the gnome stronghold and go to the portals for that.
Yeah.
Or you can be in a hunter area where this random little person will dig up from the ground, and then you can enter it, and you'll be in the little lair area.
It kind of makes me think of the
What? Damn. Alright, well, since I crashed again, as you probably could tell by Mike going, hello? What? After, at the end of that, we are going to pick up sort of where we left off. I guess this is, I don't exactly know where I cut out with regards to the giant Chinchampa discussion. I know we did not get to the private hunter areas, so I guess maybe you guys should pick up on that?
Yeah,
that is that we talked about that briefly and then noticed you crashed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, failing.
Yay.
But anyway,
Mudkip
yeah.
says Mudkip says it's a temporary solution to a long-term problem.
Yep.
Say it.
But we have said it.
It.
it,
But anyway, yeah, private hunter areas.
Mhm.
Conversation
So
go.
excited about them. No
Well-
more bots. Yay.
but
For now.
how private are they, and where are they?
Well, you can invite
I-
friends according to the BTS.
I personally am of mind that it's going to open up that black unknown area next to Piscatoris, but we'll see.
Thank God.
Is it going to be Piscatoris or is it going to be Uglog? Because that's where the Chinchampas are.
Do we know it's in the jungle though? They haven't
No,
I
actually.
know.
Wait, no, it's random, like the evil tree, where it's underground.
There's chins.
And I think there's a portal to it also, one of the two.
Yeah, there is a portal to it.
A portal did it.
I really don't know though.
What? Don't remind me of portals again.
I'm the best at
This
space.
was a triumph.
Anyways,
Not that one.
Okay.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
Were you thinking
Yeah,
of the
I'm just very
Station one?
excited for it. It looks like it'll be a good update.
Right now,
Hopefully, it will be decent hunter XP.
Yes, that's
Maybe I'll
what I'm
actually have a
looking
reason
for.
to train Hunter again.
Is it gonna be? I'm wondering if it's gonna be like the fish flingers of a hunter.
Yeah, because
That's
I have
kind of
not
interesting.
trained Hunter
So,
in so
Only
long.
would like that.
Like the last time I trained Hunter is when I got a when I happened to get a one of those Hunter amulets, and I just wanted to get 72 for charm sprites
Oh yeah.
because it is my lowest skill right now.
Hunter is technically going to be my next 99. Eventually. That requires me to start playing again, though.
Yeah.
Which I'm.
Maybe 1 year.
Yeah.
They should have. They should have come
Well-
up with a better title than Big Chinchompas.
I'm sure they had.
It's just like-
I'm
it's
sure
like-
all of the meetings and boardrooms and stuff, they had to have come up with something better than Big Chinchompas.
Yeah.
You gotta take a look at those Big Chinchompas, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my, yeah. I mean, anyway.
Mudkip, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Giant chinchompas.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's not start. Anyway, graphical
Pretty
updates
horrible.
and stuff.
So
Well,
next up is Al-Kharid.
I
Which
love
I'm-
Al-Kharid. It is
I am
really-
really interested towards it.
Like
We're
I don't
also
think
getting
you
a quest with it.
can- and I think it's the head quest.
I actually found a leak to the little mini map version of what the whole, or the map version of it looks like several weeks ago.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah,
It's not too different. There's just like, instead of the whole fence, it's like there's actually like legit terrain there instead of like, oh, hi,
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah. But I really do believe that this quest may be
Well,
the
hi,
head
Desert.
quest.
well,
It's the
and
one
here's what I
quest.
think's gonna happen. Well, here's what I think's gonna happen, because we have been told that the membership trial, the 2-week thing, is gonna be removed, and when you create an account, it's gonna be free to play. I think they're gonna move the tutorial from the troll invasion stuff over to the Al-Kharid stuff.
Please, no.
Why?
Please, for the love of all that's good and pure.
Because if they're gonna remove the
no.
membership trial at the beginning, they can't have it at the Troll War Zone.
Can they reopen Tutorial Island? I mean, what was so bad about that?
They're
Shit.
not removing. They're removing the
Don't
membership trial.
Don't
where
get
people
Rubik
can get-
started on Tutorial Island.
Oh god.
Well,
Rubik, They're not
Monmark is
removing
used
the
for
tutorial. They're not
I
removing the
actually like
membership.
the idea. Of
No,
them
they are.
teach this.
They're removing the membership trial.
Yeah, the
I'm
membership
just
trial is the short free membership that they're.
Okay, trial, not tutorial. Okay, so don't scare us with
Yeah.
tutorial.
Oh no. But
I've got a phone call.
I think it's the head quest. Now, my reasoning behind why I think this is the head quest. 1. Mods Rowley has been the desert curator since at least December, probably earlier. That means he's had almost a year to make a new desert quest. Why would it take him a year to make a novice desert quest?
Does it have to be novice?
well, they are
Maybe
Well,
it's
from
a
the-
really
from the looks
long
of it,
novice
no.
quest.
from the looks of it. Though, when they do update this, they're gonna update the entire desert, and probably I'm not sure if they are gonna do it, but they might update all the cities located in the desert.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on it though.
Reason number 2. If you look at the, they've spoken about the cutscenes, and they said 2 to 3 very emotional cutscenes. Now, sure, there was one piercing note, but think about it. Why would they need that many really fancy-dancy cutscenes for a short quest?
Who said it had to be short?
It's gonna be ROTM2, guys.
Number 3, during one of the cutscenes that they showed in the video, something appears like in a swirl of sand, and it looks suspiciously like Het, because Het was made out of a human, and this thing looks really human, and it appears out of the sands.
True.
Number 4, the Emir is going to be in this quest.
Ooh, finally.
Yeah.
He's in the concept art, and I feel
I'm
he's
sorry,
more...
I didn't catch that. The what?
Oh, the Emir, the leader of Al-Qaeda that's been hiding behind Hassan forever.
Ah.
He's
like-
in.
It's just those people.
The one where you
He's
give all the little,
consultants.
the one you give
Yep.
the little potions from the bot garden from.
No, Hassan is
Really
the
nice.
the guy that starts. That's Osman,
Oh,
Osman, Master Thief. Hassan's the guy that's ruling in the Emir's stead because the Emir's in hiding.
okay.
Apparently the Emir's in this quest because there's concept art of him, and I would feel he's more high level because why would they show us to the Emir if both Osman and Hassan don't trust us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Osman only starts trusting us after dealing with Scabaras or Contact. Hassan kind of trusts us after Prince Ali Rescue.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
This graphical
Het
update
is from
doesn't.
Al-Qaeda anyways.
I always thought that Al-Qarid was like the Runescapian parable of Istanbul, because it's like the city.
Yeah.
Because if you think of the desert, and if you think of like a sultan, you think of the Ottoman Empire and Istanbul.
Yes.
But it doesn't look like Istanbul.
That's true. Well, they're updating
Not
it
yet.
to symbol. Not yet. Another thing I'm thinking about is even though they said that they weren't going to add the signature heroes to existing quest lines, technically Xenia got forced into the Haziel storyline.
Yeah.
And secondly, Ozan was born in Al-Qarid. If Al-Qarid starts getting attacked by a mascot and such, I'm pretty sure Ozan would show up to help defend it.
Yeah.
If there's
That just feels
an
more right.
actual point to them being in the quest series, I see no problem with them
Yeah,
being
I'm all
inserted
for it.
into there. It just
I totally agree.
if you
Well-
put them in there just to put them in there, that's where the problems arise.
Oh,
For example,
Ozan is involved and he's from the city, so it would make sense that he is involved in the quest. To be honest.
Yeah.
I wonder if the manifest will try to start the war against Al-Qaeda again,
Yeah.
because it says it in those notes. If the,
Another thing, is it? Me and Deli of Hearst are working on a Karamja series, if you guys didn't know that. And I actually use Ariane in one of mine.
Is it Ariane or Ariane?
Why?
I call her
I
Ariane,
say
I
Aryan.
call her Ariane.
Yeah.
but I use her in that because I feel like the point of my quest is she convinces you to bring her to Karamja because she wants to find out about Karamjan magic.
Voodoo!
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the quest is called Jungle Voodoo.
Jungle Voodoo.
Yeah. So I feel that that's something that is an acceptable use of the signature heroes, but shoehorning them in there isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they've really liked shoehorning them in there. Like, Enza in Ilias Catch.
Yeah, that was kind of random.
Yeah.
I can
Of course, that quest.
like,
Give me
hey,
some good
go see
hopes
this
about the
random
Desert
epic sniffing chick, and then she makes you something, and then she leaves.
Of course, that quest was just like what? Anyway, so
The only
That was
the
a bad
thing
quest.
that came out of that quest was that we finally figured out what the strongman dude's name was.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the one good thing that came out of that
so
quest.
true.
Remember standing near him and try to see how high you count it.
I remember
Yeah.
when you're writing your quest about the Tower of Life. And you had to change his name to that.
Oh, that reminds me.
I remember when I really hate that quest now. It was so bad now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But like, here's what they never like finished though. Like in the Tower of Life, you go to the basement and you go like directly north. There's this little room where if you stand on like a tile, it lights up, and if you move,
Yeah.
and
I used that in my quest as like a combination lock, and you had to step on the proper tiles or something. But
yeah, like there's like I was never there when it came out, but I saw videos of it when it did come out, that so many people rushed over there to see what it was and try to figure out what it is, but it's been so old now that no one even remembers it. Or hardly anyone.
I've never even heard of it, so this is all news to me.
Yeah, in the basement of the Tower of Life, at the very back, there's like what looks like a little jail cell, and as you walk on the inside, the tiles light up in a trail of 4 behind you.
Huh.
And it kind of looks like one of those disco floors, but people used to think it was a combination lock. But
It would make sense.
Yeah, because I actually used it as a combo lock in my quest, but that quest is dead and probably never going to re-release it, but yeah. I do like how the gun's name is Julian. It's just brilliant. Julian the Guns.
Alright, but we've talked enough about the Alcarid graphical rework and/or quest.
God Wars Dungeon.
God Wars Dungeon.
We know
Am I the only one that thinks they're also going to release the God Wars beta items in this?
Hopefully.
Could.
I feel like they'll wait till after the rework
like
for this.
And the shield and all that.
Well,
If they release the God Wars beta items and their quest items, and you have to beat the quest for them, heads will roll.
No, I mean like the Bandos boots. Or not Bandos boots, the Bandos gloves and armadillo boots and gloves and shields and all that jazz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know,
sense.
but people will rage hard if
That's
they're
true.
quest
Well,
items.
what quest would they be for?
I don't know. I can't really think of them being for a quest.
here's the thing though. If the combat beta does come out next month, or the rework, it isn't.
Mod Pi said November.
November. Wow.
November? What?
Yep.
That's probably
That's
because there's
delayed.
only. That's because there's probably 17 people on World for like an entire week.
Well, we know why that happens. That's
Yeah.
because they get any real game XP.
hmm
People care
If
about.
anything, they just need to give. If you're on the beta for such and such time doing this in combat or something like that, you can get bonus XP in the game or something like that.
Hard to
That
track.
would be nice.
Yeah, it would be kind of hard to track, but it'd be nice if they did something rather than
Yeah.
Well,
just
it wouldn't
go
work
these
if
Other
you're
out.
than
like
just
you're in the
logging
basement
in
for this
5
long.
minutes to do the to get the costume.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
people actually log in for the costume.
But
about
Makes- if
15
you give
minutes and then you leave.
bonus XP.
I personally
Yeah,
think
sure.
this God Wars update may include the stuff like the Bandos kite shield and the the boots, the gloves, and all
Yeah.
that jazz.
Maybe.
The problem
Hopefully.
with the problem with that though is that they would have to give it they have to give it stats for the current system, and I don't think they will. If
I
they
don't-
haven't already, they probably don't want to go through that.
I don't really see any reason not to, though. I mean,
I wouldn't
they were
really-
going to release it somehow, and unless they were going to do the combat beta the week of the release, then I don't really
Yeah,
see any reason not
yeah,
to
that's
add.
what I'm thinking
Yeah.
with that.
Because then you have to do a second God Wars update, and it also means that people can kind of get a hold of these items pre-beta.
Just so you guys know, my headset's dying, so we have to finish this up.
All right.
Okay.
It's just about.
We're basically done right about now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is our last topic, guys.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Gordon, do you know how long overall the podcast was?
Well, we have an hour and 20 logged on here, but we screwed up
Yeah,
so much.
We started.
This is like
Yeah.
the
We
longest
started
podcast
officially
yet.
probably 2:05, 2:10, and judging and considering the downtime, we're probably at about an hour 15, hour 20 right now.
It's not
Yeah.
bad. I mean, not counting all
I
of the
feel like it's
random
been
bits.
much
Yeah,
longer.
so do I.
It's been much
I've
longer.
been sitting here ever since it was supposed to start.
My cat says hi. If anyone heard
It
that.
was-
Kitten's cat.
Yeah, I heard it.
Catception.
But yeah, basically, I feel like the God Wars update is going to be a graphical update just to make it look prettier and possibly add in the new gear that they're going to add for the beta.
They better not get rid of that guy who has the word noob written underneath him.
Please, oh, that's hilarious.
They leave him there.
There's a guy who has the word noob written next to it. Yeah.
Weren't you the guy who took forever just to go into God Wars Dungeon?
Me?
Carolyn.
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about me?
Saying like, what would you know about this random guy with a noob thing on him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lost
By the
now
way,
because I was paying attention to my phone.
Yeah, I got lost because I must have heard the wrong voice or something.
The guy that froze though, I don't think he's actually a noob. I think he's a member of the New Order Occult Bookists.
Well, we just had an earthquake.
Wait, what?
Off topic. Never mind. It's my entire desk just.
Clarence from
Cool story, kid.
you know, Finding Clarence. He was a member of the New Order Occult Bookists, which is noob.
Oh, it's an acronym, noob. I see.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
That has to be
who
it.
even came up with that thing?
It's in the Returning Clarence mini quest.
Oh,
I
that one.
haven't done that.
Yeah.
I actually did that one fairly recently.
I've not finished it yet, just because I'm too lazy to go back into the Jade Vine and kill a bunch of stuff.
Me too.
I really should though.
I remember doing it when I met
XP.
Death's son, aka Wooks.
No, he's not Wooks, okay?
Okay.
She's watching.
Because then everyone would get confused with the real Wooks guy and whatever.
We just went so off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
For
tangent.
there.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that's the end of the podcast.
Yep.
Podcast from hell.
Oh, one last
That was a
thing
noob.
before we go, guys. What do you think the other update in September will be?
No update, please.
Rune Shark said it would be the Thanksgiving update.
Oh yeah. No,
Wait,
wait.
Wait, what things?
No, it won't.
We're
What?
way
When is
off of
Thanksgiving?
I know.
It's in
Not
November.
right here.
I personally am kind of thinking there might be a crafting update.
Want to buy smithing?
Yeah, they've been doing a lot to update this.
They've not touched crafting in a very long time, so I'm thinking either mining or crafting will get an update.
Mining update would be kind of nice.
Another thought might be that construction update that they mentioned, but nothing's
I
come of
was
it
just
yet.
about to say that.
Yeah.
I doubt they're gonna do that though, because there
Yeah.
has been no news whatsoever on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to think either mining or crafting, just because neither of those I love recently at all.
Apparently we just lost Lime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lime said
Okay,
it's bye.
but like,
Headset just died.
Lime says goodbye. His headset just died.
if like what I'm hoping for, and I know it's probably not gonna come till probably November, December, would be player-owned ports.
Yeah, I would love that.
That's like who knows when though, but that'd be great.
I'd love to see it in September, since September has a lovely history of being a big month.
Except for last year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another reason to support the fact that that might be a head quest, by the way.
Rodham 2. Ritual of them.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
If they do surprise us with a double quest month, I would. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I would be so happy. I would really love some news. Speaking of just updates, I would really love some news on Elemental Workshop
Yes.
5.
Yes, please.
Give.
Because
Well-
Mod has
Well,
Mod,
actually, near the beginning of the year, I can't remember who, but they said that they probably
He
won't
said
be able to
not
release it
2012.
this year. Yeah, not 2012.
yeah, because Mod Dylan, he said he was going to start it 2012, but then he hasn't posted on the forums since early 2012.
Sad
Huh.
face.
He
Yes.
well, he was busy. He's been moved to like another project, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I just
Most likely
we've not
the
heard
combat
anything
beta.
from him, and I'm really dying to know what he's up to.
Yeah.
That's like the same with me and server mods.
But I mean, September's been a pretty popular month. I mean, we had Rodham last year.
Sucked aside from
2010
that.
had the 4K Elite Achievement Diaries. That was incredible. Gunner's Ground was interesting. 2008 had
Actually,
let's see.
Well,
the first
here's
quest
a-
you get wearing your quest cape.
Yeah. 2008 had Penguin Hide and Seek, the Shooting Stars, the Circus.
Evil Tree.
Then they added some more to Clan Wars. They had Summer's End and Defender of Varath.
Wow, that's a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2006 was pretty good too.
That's
That was-
long before my time.
Slugs,
Well-
Glass Blowing, Mauritania stuff.
if you think about it, though, next year could be also really good for a chance of it. Because if the evolution of combat does come out in November, Mod Chris L and all them, Mod Wrath, they'll be able to work on Nomad 2.
They'll just have all of those devs freed up for other stuff, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
and before
Nomad 2.
Chris L makes
Wrath is
Nomad 2
evolution.
Net 3, Morning in Part 3.
Yeah, Morning Sun Part 3. I would like to guess for
I want it to be. I want it to be a harder puzzle than
Die in a fire.
But I'd also like a fight in it, like a good fight in it.
Yeah. If we do that, I promise not to use a guide.
I used the guide for Morning's End. That was it. That's the only
I didn't.
I am happy to say I did.
It took me a while, but I didn't use a guide
it took
for
me
it.
a while
It's
to
just
make a guide.
About 9.
Probably took her like 10 hours.
I never failed the little agility thing that everybody fails at, so I didn't. I kept expecting it to come up, and then realized I'd already done it.
Well, the only issue I had was all the little shadow creatures kept attacking me the entire time. Yeah, like I had to go bank 30 times.
That's the reason that I used the guide, is because I was tired of banking and doing that and running out of prayer.
Yeah.
I used Black D-Hide for that for some reason. I didn't actually take that many hits with it on.
Come at me, bro. Yeah, I prayer spammed.
I don't know what I used.
I had a Monk's Top on, I think, just for the prayer bonus. But yeah, I'd like to call Morning's End Part 3 in around September of 2013, Nomad Requiem 2 in 2014.
Really? You think it's going to be that late?
I do, because Mod Wrath is still going to work on Evolution of Summoning, which will probably take about 5 months.
Yeah,
True.
they're redoing summoning.
Yeah, summoning's the next rework after the combat.
I'm back, guys.
Oh yay!
Hello.
Maybe I'll fail less and
I doubt
fix it.
Yeah,
I have about
do that.
I have about 2 minutes of battery left.
Jeez.
We have.
And then, see, I think that God's Quest line will start in January 2013, because Mod Mark was talking about releasing a Zeros quest in early 2013.
January 4th. Better be that day.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
Yes.
Jan 4th.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Oh, that's a Friday. That's a Friday.
That series will be the big
Friday
highlight.
release.
It'll be a late update.
So if
They
they
released it purposely on a Friday because of that.
2013 could be the year of questing. Finally.
I was going to call it 2012 that year too. I'm not going to Yeah.
I'm questing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm requesting a year
I
of
see what you
questing.
did there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a lot of graphics updates next year also, because if you think about it, with the rework of the entire coding of the entire game, it'll be easier to implement stuff.
That's true.
I'm a fan of those graphics.
Yeah, they look really nice, and if they include quests or updates with them, I'm more than happy to take.
So perhaps we should wrap up there.
Probably a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right.
About a minute 20 right now.
God.
All right.
Been the most insane podcast.
Yeah.
It is
I'll
a
request-
podcast from hell. It is finished at long last.
All right.
Not too many screw ups at the
Mo's a
end.
noob.
Not too many. We
At the
crashed
end.
At
like
the
5
end.
times.
Yeah, it's
I-
not,
It
just
just
a lot of
took battery to
get off
crashing
the
and
ground.
stuff.
That was what the
Just
problem was.
somewhat.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be
Once
fun
we did,
trying
we were
to
good to
piece
go.
together all the parts and putting it up tonight.
Yeah, have fun with
Yay.
that.
5 crashes, a couple disconnect. One time it didn't go. My battery died and Mo showed up.
There was an earthquake here.
I feel like
Oh my
Hey,
God.
my cat
And-
said
and the
hi.
world
There was an
ended.
earthquake. Just standard stuff.
The
Yeah.
house down. Yeah.
The sun exploded.
In before shitstorm.
Find out a few
all
seconds
that.
later.
All that cool stuff.
Anyways. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. All right. That's the podcast.
All right.
thanks
Bye.
for listening, and
Bye.
we'll
Bye.
be back next
Bye.
month.
ROTM2.
Bottom
See you guys
Jan
later.
4th.
I have a good feeling.
Mudkip says bye.
Everyone says
Mudkip
bye.
says
The noob.
bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.